Don't forget to subscribe and comment and share. What's good, y'all? So yeah, we got garlic. A lot of garlic. All the stuff that you're seeing up there, all these heads up there are all elephant garlic. At least that's what I'm considering them as. That's how I grew them. It's a local garlic. It's one that I've seen around my area just for years now. So I'm not 100% sure on the origin or even the variety outside of, every time I ask anybody what it is, they always tell me it's elephant garlic. So I'm gonna kind of go with that. Anyway, as you can see, we had a hell of a harvest, man. This by far is the best garlic harvest yet. This is 3 rows. We knocked them all out yesterday. This soil's been really giving, so I can just pretty much use my hand and pull this stuff out. Oh, it's crazy. It was already sprouting, it looks like. And we threw them out here on the drying rack for today. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about curing. And then we even will roll into a quick little recipe for those of you guys that are garlic lovers like myself and just ain't gonna be able to wait, you know what I'm saying? Every time I walk in here, it smells like garlic and it's making me hungry, straight up. So I need to be able to go and eat garlic. But before then, let's talk about a little bit about curing. I don't know, we might circle back in the next couple of weeks when this thing is completely dry. Here we go. Elephant garlic grows more like a hardneck garlic, but it's actually related to leeks. One other thing about elephant garlic is that it's an actual biannual crop, meaning that this stuff will go to flower in 2 years, right? That's when it completes its life cycle. That's when you'll actually get the shoots. This year, we didn't get any shoots, but if I would allow this to go another year, then I definitely would. The way you can tell it's ready to harvest is normally these things literally just get yellow, right? They just start dying back. Believe it or not, I've actually pulled off a lot of those leaves just to kind of get stuff out of the way. That being said, you really don't need to remove anything. In fact, you don't want to wash anything. You don't want to use water. As you can see, there's a lot of dirt still left on this garlic. The roots are still intact. I really didn't do anything but pull them out of the ground. I did kind of get overzealous with a couple of them just because it was kind of fun peeling the paper. But yeah, you don't need to do that. Actually, you shouldn't do that. The reason being is because right now I'm allowing everything to dry and I want to get all that paper just nice and just crispy so that the inside content of my garlic remains nice and fresh at all times. So basically what I'm doing is making like an outer layer or a coat that's going to help preserve my garlic for a long amount of time. This garlic right now, guys, I'm expecting to be able to save this. Actually, I should say I'm hoping to get it to 6 months. I've heard of people doing that. I'm going to use a lot of the same methods. So we'll probably circle back then and I'll show you exactly what I'm doing for that. But right now we're going to just kind of talk about what's going on now. The main thing too, guys, is see how the drying rack is? There's just ample airflow. There is overlap here, you know, but as you can see, it's pretty light. And the plan is for the most part just to kind of come in every so often and kind of just start jostling it around. This should allow enough airflow to get in between the leaves to really help dry them out, making it to where we don't have any issues with any molding or anything like that. We do get relatively warm here. There is no real shaded area for us. So what I'm going to end up doing is draping a shade cloth, an 85% shade cloth over this rack. It should fall down to the ground and it's going to keep us nice and shaded when we need it. And that's only pretty much through the hottest parts of the day. But right now we really don't need it because it's kind of overcast, so I'm just going to kind of let it ride. And it's a shade cloth as well, so it's still allowing a lot of airflow to come through. That's the name of the game in this, guys. You just want to have airflow. You can also do more like what I'm doing here. You'll see a lot of times people will braid them. I don't know how to braid, so I just kind of just hung them. The key is that there's just airflow. These to me are perfect because it's, you know, top and bottom, it's just allowing air to constantly circulate. This greenhouse, we do get nice rays of sun, And a lot of times you'll read to keep them out of direct sunlight. Again, that's why we're going to be putting the shade cloth on. Last couple of times we've grown them. I'm sorry, we've actually cured them in our greenhouses before. And yeah, they were actually came out really good. So we're going to do the same thing here. Pretty simple, man. Pretty simple. Now, one thing I will mention is you see the size on these. I mean, we got some pretty good sizes here, down to this one, down to maybe this area here. Now, these are probably one of the more quintessential sizes you're gonna find, you know, like at a store. So, oh, that's what I'm gonna show you. You see how those guys are pretty big. So we still actually have 3 more rows out here. Jump over the squash a little bit here. We still have like 3 more rows. These rows, I think the biggest difference, let's see if we can't, you know, here. This guy looks pretty thick. Look at that. I mean, oh shit, that's got a nice size on it, yo. Yeah, and it's getting formed too. So we're gonna leave these in here. These garlic were actually planted out a couple months after those ones. Those were actually planted mid-August. Well, these were actually planted out, I believe they were actually in November. That this row was November, and then the one beyond, those 2 over there, were actually planted in December, and they're still actually looking pretty well. So this will definitely be the next one we harvest, and then we'll harvest those guys right there. You can see the time difference. Here's another one. I'm not gonna pull it out. You can see the time difference, y'all. Means everything, you know. Just those matter of months. Not so much just the time, but what happens within that time, right? Around here in August, we're still pretty damn warm. Y'all, we're hot as shit in August. I don't know what I was talking about warm. We're hot in August. We're still pretty damn warm in November as well, but not as warm as we are in August, as well as the garlic isn't going to be getting that continual warmth up to that point of where it gets cool. You can kind of tell that these guys are still in need of growth, you know. We'll come out here pretty soon and get them all done. I'm gonna say 3 weeks. That's how much time I'm gonna give this, but I'm expecting them to be ready in about 2. So we'll circle back and we'll show you how we're processing these things and how we're gonna store them, as well as sell them in the market. Some of them actually might get sold to chefs just right now. However, I do want to hold on to a certain amount. To be honest with you, after these guys cure, I might throw some more in the ground. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that works out. I know around here, a lot of people will grow this particular garlic as a perennial damn near. So why not, man? It's a great crop, dude, just to drop in, because you don't really have to do anything to it. I composted once, that was it. I didn't do any extra mending. I threw out, of course, some straw. That was it, y'all. And I mean, look at these heads. Look at these heads, man. I mean, we're beautiful. Even like our smallest ones, y'all, are something that you'd find in the store. That's what you'd expect to buy at the store right there. Actually, this one, right? So this one's kind of small. These guys are kind of small. But they'll just go to like garlic powder or something. They are way more the exception than the rule. For the most part, everything is pretty damn big. I haven't scaled them yet just because I haven't processed them yet. Right now with these guys, what's going to end up happening is we're going to be interplanting them with some tomato. Putting out my tomato crops inside of that crop of garlic. Then we're going to harvest that crop of garlic, but the tomatoes are going to be left. Then after that, I can actually plant something in the space in which the garlic are right now. Might even throw more garlic in there, who knows. More likely it's going to be ginger though. I've really been thinking about ginger. Anyway, y'all, hope this one helps. We'll circle back, stay tuned. We'll show you guys how to store them in the next couple weeks. Peace. When I say the name Zankou chicken, for those that know, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what it is that you're thinking right now. Yes, y'all, the garlic sauce. My favorite way I've never made to store my garlic. Let's go. What you're gonna need: garlic, a blender, actually a food processor, but I don't have one of those. So what I have is more important than what I don't have. Some lemon, salt, and oil. Easiest way to peel garlic, just hit that top. If you see there's still moisture in there, keep it. If it's starting to get brown like these are, then you just go ahead and either compost it or discard it. All right, then you take out the roots. And then from there, it's just easier for me to grab and peel. So let me buy the stove. We'll end up dehydrating this stuff right here and make it like a powder or go into salt or something like that. Or just incorporate it later on into other things. Food processor! Just want to make sure you get everything down. Slowly adding your oil. Adding the oil and lemon juice in too fast or all at once may cause the mixture to break. She getting thick. You want to get this to the consistency of mayonnaise. Try to get it overhead. Got a spoon, slowly sink into this thing. There we are, man. Toum. This stuff smells amazing. Look at the consistency. Homie, we've done it. It smells like Zanko in here. Oh my God. All right, y'all. Recipe down below. This stuff will store for right about 4 months. Yes, y'all, 4 months. Enjoy. You're gonna put on everything. I don't give a damn. You understand what I'm saying? Eat this with vegetables, chicken, fish, beef, whatever it is, lamb, whatever it is that you desire. Eat it just by the spoonful. You're gonna almost want to. It's really gross if you did that though, but I wouldn't judge you. I've seen people actually lick the bottom of those little cups that they give you at Zanku. This is real stuff right here, y'all. We have duplicated it quite nicely. I'm very proud of it. Pita bread in your rice. I can go on and on. This stuff's amazing. So I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. Probably be firing ketchup. I don't know. Not saying I'm gonna try it. Talk to y'all next time.